Welcome to the taste analysis of the wine. In this video, we're going to try to understand what are the components that we have to analyze in this taste analysis. They are numerous, but they are very useful. They are very functional. Essentially, when you taste the wine, you're going to divide your brain into two sections, and one of them is going to analyze the harsh components, and one of them is going to analyze the smooth components. Firstly, we have to analyze the soft components of the wine, the soft dimension. Namely, they are the sugars, and between parentheses, most of the time, we're dealing with dry wines, but still we have to analyze if it's dry or not, or if it's off dry, we have to make that analysis. So the sugar, the alcohol, which contributes to the smoothness, and then you think about the polyols, the polyalcohol in Italian. This is the real buttery sensation, this is the real smoothness that we talk about, and you analyze that. Based on these three components, you try to make a judgment about the smoothness of the wine. Then you move on to the harsh components. And what are the harsh components of the wine? We have to talk about the acidity. Only for red wines, we have to talk about the tannins, or you could think about the macerated white wines, but tannins is something we talk about for the red wines. For white wines, you skip it. Then we think about the sapidity. Sapidity is the salinity, is the saltiness in the tongue. We will give details about all of this. I make this video just to present all of these thoughts. So you analyze first the soft components of the wines. Then you analyze the harsh components of the wine. These two things will help you make a judgment on the structure of the wine. That's the other thing. We analyze the structure of the wine. If it's very structured, if it's full-bodied, if it's medium-bodied, if it's medium-minus-bodied, the structure of the wine. Then you think about the equilibrium, you think about the balance. How well do the harsh components balance the soft components? How well is the acidity backed up by the alcohol? The balance between the harsh components and the soft components constitutes the core of the equilibrium analysis. Then you think about the intensity. Remember we had talked about the intensity on the olfactory level? This is the intensity analysis in the taste level. How intensely do you perceive this wine? It's not structure, it's the intensity of all of these things we talk about. It's the intensity of the flavors. It's the intensity of the smoothness, the acidity, the sapidity. How intensely does the taste of this wine penetrate into you? Then comes a very important analysis, which is about the persistence. The persistence is a huge quality for the wine. How persistent is this wine? How long does it stay with you once you sip it? And finally, you make a judgment about the quality. We had talked about the quality of the olfactory elements of the wine. Now we have to analyze the quality of the taste components of the wine. This is actually the end of the taste analysis, but when you finish off your thought, when you finish off your judgment, you can also make a note about the development of this wine. You can make a judgment on the state of evolution of this wine. Is it ready? Or does it need more time to reach the perfect level? Or is it really drinkable and mild at this point? We will think about this. And you make a final, very subjective analysis about the harmony. How well does the olfactory dimension of this wine go together with the taste world of this wine? This is the judgment that's going to guide us to make a final thought about the harmony of the wine. Remember, we've already talked about the aromas in the olfactory analysis. We analyzed floral, mineral, animal, medicinal, balsamic notes. Now we're in the taste analysis, and really we do not have to mention all of this. Taste is, as the name suggests, it's about the flavors, it's about the acidity, it's about the smoothness, it's about the sugar, it's about the alcohol. The analysis that we make about the aromas, about the smell of the wine is not really related to this analysis that we make. Here, really structurally, you try to analyze the flavor components of the wine. Some people get confused about that, but I guess it's very important to separate these thoughts in your mind in a very clear way. Aroma analysis belongs to the olfactory world of the wine. It's something that's mostly about the smell of the wine. Now we taste the wine, and the analysis is more tactile. You try to think about the acidity, about the alcohol. You touch the wine and you feel the wine and you analyze the flavor. Let's get started.